guys, QUEENIFICATION1 back at you again with yet another video. Happy Friday, you guys. I'm just coming at you kind of barefaced and everything because this is some crazy stuff. Okay, so I was just browsing YouTube, which a lot of us do, and I came across a video and it was so interesting. It was about natural hair horror stories, and the person who did the video, her name is, I believe, IAMTRAEH. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I will put her information below if you want to go and check her channel out. She does a lot of natural hair horror stories. She kind of lets her subscribers send her in their natural hair horror stories, which I thought was really interesting. And a lot of us that are natural kind of have had horror stories, you know, that have happened to our hair and stuff. But yeah, so I thought it would be really interesting for me to share my own natural hair horror story with you guys. And yeah, so we'll go from there. Okay, so my natural hair, I mean, I've had a couple, but the most kind of profound one that I think would be very interesting to share with you guys is I was probably about, I want to say maybe a good 8 years old. And at that time, my hair was actually in a natural state. My mom was really the type of person who didn't really like a lot of chemicals put in the hair, and she wasn't really big into like that sort of stuff, and she didn't want like extra hair put into my hair and things like that. So I was just the normal little kid. My mom would do my hair, you know, the little y'all remember the little barrettes back in the day, you know, the little, some people call them ballies or whatever like that, but they clip, and my mom would do all that type of stuff to my hair. I was a little girl, so of course she wanted me to look like a little girl. But I had neighbors that we were really close to, my older siblings, and the neighbors, like all of our ages were kind of close. My older siblings were the age of their older kids, and you know, and all of that stuff. And the youngest child was my age, because we actually were in the same class when we were in elementary school. So like we, you know, our families were friends. So the oldest, I was about 8, as I said before, and the oldest daughter was probably, she was a teenager. She might have been around, I want to say about 16, maybe 17, 18-ish, and I was about 8. And since she was the oldest sibling, she would kind of do her younger sister's hair and everything like that, and she actually would put extensions into their hair. And I begged my mom, like I literally begged my mom, like, please just let me get braids, let me get braids. And my mom was just not for it. She's like, no, definitely not, like, no. So of course, like, you know, all my little friends and everything were getting extensions and things when they were kids, but my hair was pretty long when I was a kid. Like, actually, I would say my hair was in its natural state and everything like that. It was probably like right above my elbow, so it was pretty long for a little kid. And like I said, my mom didn't put anything in my hair but Vaseline and water. Like, that was it. No gel, no nothing. Like, my hair would just lay down with Vaseline and water when I was a kid. So I begged my mom for like months and months and months, please just let her do my braids, just let her do my braids. And my mom's like, no, because my mom did not allow anybody to put their hands in my hair, because she was a, you know, I'm you know, she was kind of a firm believer on like too many hands in somebody's hair kind of F's it up or whatever. So my mom was literally the only person that touched my hair. She did not allow other people to, not even family members, nobody, to do things to my hair. She was the only one. And of course I was too young to actually know how to do, I mean, some people that age can do their hair, but you know, my mom did my hair. So anyway, so I begged my mom for the longest time to let her do my hair, because she had done her sister's hair and it was so pretty and blah blah blah. So my mom just kept telling me no and kept telling me no and kept telling me no, until finally, it was probably the summertime, I believe, and I begged my mom, and my mom finally gave in. Oh, I wish she wouldn't have. But my mom finally gave in, and she allowed this girl to put extensions, like Kanekalon type hair, into my hair. And because my hair was already so long, she had to do the braids even longer. So, you know, just, it really wasn't for length. It was just more for the style. But since my hair was longer, and since back then we actually used to burn the ends of the hair, like, she had to do it a little bit longer so she'd be able to burn it. So, my mom finally gave in and let her do my hair. And we were sitting out on her front porch, which was actually next door to my mom's house. So she's sitting outside and she's doing my hair, and it's coming out pretty good, I guess. And so back in the day, what we used to do, of course not with this type of hair, but like with Kanekalon hair, or like synthetic hair, what we usually did back in the day was we would so you would burn the ends of the hair, and you would just kind of twist it or whatever, and then you would take the lighter, and it would usually be like bearding just from you braiding it. The actual synthetic hair would beard a little bit, so you just would kind of take the lighter over it. I know a lot of you guys remember that because we've all kind of suffered through that thing. But yeah, so she took it and she did it like normally. Like, I've seen her do her sister's hair 1,000 times before, and I've seen other people get their hair done that way as well. So we didn't think much of it. My mom had never put extensions in my hair. Like I said, all she would do is put water and grease in my natural hair and put it in the little barrettes and little braids and things like that with my natural hair. So we didn't really know that much about like Kanekalon hair and things like that and all of that. So she did that to my hair, left it in, and so I probably had it in for a couple weeks, not really that long of a time, and we really didn't think that much of it. My mom didn't think that much of it. It looked pretty nice when she did it or whatever. So this is the crazy part. So my mom goes to you have to cut the ends off of the hair where it's burnt. You have to cut that off too, and I'm pretty sure by now you probably know where this is kind of gonna go. But my mom cut off the ends where it was burned at, so she could take like a rat tail comb and just, kind of unbraid it, take the braids out. And so I could, like, she would cut it and I would take it out type thing, or like help her take it out, whatever the case. So my mom started realizing as she was cutting, because what she was going to do was she was going to cut all the braids, and then it would just be easy to just, be able to take them out. So what my mom kind of noticed as she was cutting the ends off was that when she tried to go and take the braids out, it wouldn't unbraid. Like, she tried everything and it just would not come apart. So she started really examining the braids, which is something that we did not do initially, which hindsight, like I always say, you guys, hindsight is 20/20. You always think you see everything clearly after. So anyway, so she noticed that the braids were just not trying to come out, y'all. So so what she did was she started examining each braid by braid by braid. And what we didn't think of was, like, she had really short hair. I was so used to seeing her with braids, or like her hair back then, like, people used to kind of gel her hair back, or little stuff, but she had really short hair. Her hair was probably like neck length, like it wasn't that long. And her sister's hair wasn't really that long either, and we really didn't pay that much attention to it. And I was so young, I didn't think about it. So my mom ended up having to cut the braids from the middle, because she had burned the hair so far up that it meshed together. Once she burned it, meshed together, and it was just so meshed that you could not take it out. It was ruined. So my mom had to cut the hair at the middle, and my hair, think about it, my hair was right above my elbow, so it was really long. So anyway, so my mom ended up having to cut all the braids in the middle, and my hair ended up going from almost elbow length to right below my jawline. Imagine being an 8-year-old and being devastated because all you wanted was braids, and you got them, but the remnants of the after effects of those braids was just not worth it. And I don't know, like I cried so much because my hair was so long, you guys. And as a little kid, having long hair and all of that stuff, you're just excited, you're happy. And then when all of that goes away, because I mean, your hair is kind of your pride and joy, especially when you're a little kid. And you're like, I mean, when I was younger in my community, in my neighborhood, like it was kind of rare for you to see a little black girl with really long hair. So you know, it was kind of a rarity. It was more likely in my neighborhood that, you know, little girls had short hair. And from my experience and everything, what me and my mom eventually came to the realization was that the girl that did my hair was actually jealous because she could not get her hair to grow beyond that neck length, and she was really jealous that my hair was long. And we found out later that that was actually the reason why she did what she did to my hair after that, and it was a mess. And to be honest, like as I started getting older and kind of working with my own hair and everything like that, I did start getting relaxers and stuff. That's much later down the line. I was probably about 13 when I got my first relaxer, but that's going to be a different video. Anyway, so I kind of, when it was time for me to kind of take care of my hair, I just really was over it. My hair really, after that experience, I think my hair was really damaged after that. I mean, I know it was really damaged after that, and it took years, like years, before I really got some good length to my hair. By the time I was in 9th grade, like my hair literally had only grown to shoulder length. And I mean, from 8 to, I mean, what's 9th grade? Like 14 years old. So in that span of time, my hair hadn't grown that much. Like in that, when you think about it, your hair grows about 1 inch every month, inch and a half every month. But my hair was so damaged, I believe, that it just was traumatized and it just would not grow. My hair did not literally, my natural hair did not literally start getting some good length on it until I was probably about 17 years old. And that is crazy. That was almost 10 years later. You know, when I was about 17, my hair was probably about that long, you know, just below the collar. I mean, below the collarbone. Like it was just about that long. And that was the first time in almost 10 years that my hair had actually got some good length to it. So yeah, you guys, so that's my natural hair horror story. Again, I will link IAMTRAEH'S channel below in the description bar, so you guys can check out her channel. She does a lot of great videos, but the video that I kind of saw in passing as I was just scrolling through YouTube was one of the natural hair horror story videos, and I thought it was really interesting. So I thought it would be a good thing to kind of let you guys know that we, you know, a lot of us with natural hair have dealt with that before in some type of way, shape, or form. But the videos that she has over there, oh my goodness, they are crazy, you guys. I saw about I believe about 3 or 4 of them yesterday, and I was like, oh my God. Like, you know, I thought my horror story was crazy, but it's some crazy people out there. So yeah, that's about it, you guys. I will see you guys in the very next video. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I do a lot of wig reviews and unboxings and skincare and hair care and all that stuff in between. So that's it. I hope to see you guys in the very next video. Until then, take care.